my microphone. So we're just doing it straight off the old Mac. Beard's coming in pretty thick, eh? Beard is coming in thick. It's an early one, and I haven't done these for a couple of weeks. Been a little bit behind on a lot of things, but here we are, doing the old FOC with the CCB. We'll see if anybody joins. See one person peeping away. Welcome, whoever you are. I don't have YouTube hooked up. We're just going through StreamYard, so I can't really see that much. Anyway, it's a new week. New books are due to be ordered this Monday. I just updated our pre-sale site because there were some new issues and some new cover images to replace. And if you are in our area, we are giving away Sonic the Hedgehog DC #1 to kids that are 12 and under in the store. You just got to show up with your kids and we'll throw you a copy. We've been doing that today quite a bit, and tomorrow will be the last day we do it. But there will be another free issue coming soon, and I'll probably announce it very early next week, Monday maybe. But yeah, so maybe you know the drill. You go to the CanadianComicBin.com and it'll bring you this aged website, and then we'll be clicking on our let me switch this up. I don't need to be so big. We'll be clicking on our pre-sales, and oh, look at that, we've doubled our viewership from 1 to 2. Welcome. Pre-sales. So there we go. We're going to click on them, and I guess we're kicking it off with DC this week. So we've been doing this for a while, telling people that we will bring omnibuses in for you 30% off cover. And we have a couple of regulars in the store, but no one's really taken this up on it online until this last week. We've been getting a few hardcovers and or absolutes and omnibuses ordered, and that's kind of cool. So hopefully, if I keep doing it, more people will order the omnibuses through our store and save themselves 30%. We're not going to stock them anymore because it's just too much money. But deceased, we've got a couple of sales on this. I actually kind of want it for myself as well. So that's available for 30% off. And again, any in-print omnibus that you might want, we'll order it in for 30% off. You could just reach out to us. So the first book of the DC FOC, and I think it's been like 3 weeks since I've done this, is the Summer of Superman special. We get a wedding between John Henry, the Steel, and Lana Lang. Also, this marks the return to Dan Slott to the DC universe. So he's done with Marvel. He is DC, and he'll be doing, excuse me, beer. He'll be doing Superman. So there's a one shot. You got Mark Waid, Dan Slott, and Josh Williamson, and Jorge Jimenez doing the art. So that's kind of cool. But it's a wedding issue. Will anything else happen? Who knows? But it does have some great covers. Lorenzo, I'm pretty sure people are going to be digging that. Azu, how's it going? Welcome. AP, good evening to you. Thank you for showing up and saying hello with the greetings. This is an awesome cover. Do you guys agree? And look at that. We doubled from 2 to 4 people. Magnificent. Cheers. So far, I've got I'm doing this from home, and I forgot my microphone at work. Chelsea's out with some ladies, and River's out with a couple of boys playing soccer, so I've got the house to myself, and I figured it was a good time to get this video done without any disruptions. Um, Tempted, you should just get it. Just dive in, full, 100%. Yeah, that's. I think people are going to be ordering that one. We'll probably bring a couple extra for the stand. And then we've got the Mahmoud Asrar. You don't see him. He used to be heavy with Marvel. You don't see him as much, and usually it's just covers. John Jiang. I'm assuming Lobo's going to appear in this series because why else would he be on the cover? Or not series, this issue, but it's a nice John Jiang Lobo. I like it. And Chrissy Zulo, Toronto-based artist. Who doesn't love a nice crypto cover? So some cool covers for it, and then you'll get your foil. Guess I didn't need to click on that, but there you go. And we are doing a bundle just because they are more expensive, and it could be a key. I don't know. And holy moly, Superman: The Last Days of Lex Luthor, number 3, a solid year late. Is anybody reading this? Any of the 4 of you? We've only had a couple of readers on the first issue, and then who knows? I honestly don't know if any. I know at least one person picked up issue 2, but it was just so long. They put out a second print, but it's not really going to get people into buying it. Just added this today, the Chris Samney variant. Remember, these are black labels, so they will be a larger size. And Declan Shalvey, that was added today as well. Absolute Flash number 2. So that came out this week. Anybody picked that up? I read it last night finally, and I liked it, but it was a little confusing because it goes between time. There's some time changes, and so it's going to take a couple issues, I think, to kind of figure out where it's kind of going. But I did find it interesting. Didn't have the same hook as Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman had, but I did enjoy it, and I will continue with it. But I was a little confused. Is anybody else a little thrown? But this is a nice cover. I like this. And I did read Absolute Martian Manhunter last night as well. And at first I was like, I don't know if I'm into this, but by the end I'm like, this is a pretty cool series and quite different from the other vibes of the other ones. Who do we got here? We got Jorge Corona. Not bad. It's okay. But this one I like the best out of them, Christian Ward. It's just a really good artist. That is my favorite cover of it. Clayton Crane. I'm not a big Clayton Crane fan anymore. I used to like him a little bit when he was doing some Spider-Man stuff, but now it's like, I don't know. And we got our Connecting Jeff Spokes variant. So, hopefully some of you are reading it, enjoying it. If you haven't, maybe check it out. We still have 8 covers, and we might have sold out of the foils. I'm not completely sure yet. Batman, Superman, World's Finest, number 38. I picked up 36 just offhand, and I liked it. I wish I'd picked up their issue beforehand, so I could know exactly what was going on in the story. But the new issue came out this week, and I'm gonna read that as well. So maybe I will be reading this one. You do have a Guidry. It's fine. It's a fine cover. There's nothing wrong with it. It just doesn't go like, whoa. I think we're kind of ruined with covers because there's so many really awesome covers that you're just like subtle ones or simple ones just kind of go like, whatever. I like this because it has the old comic art in the back. It's pretty fun. That is Mr. Dan Mora. He is a very good artist. And our April Fool's cover. Got Joker down there. Is that Carl Kerschel? Nope, it's Brandt and Stein. Okay. And Challengers of the Unknown. I don't think we have anybody reading this title. But there you go. It's a miniseries. It'll be over soon. I did like this cover, though. Jorge Fornes, or George, depending on how he pronounces it. Wonder Woman number 20, Tom King, Daniel St. Pierre, Guillaume March is fill-in artist for this issue, or arc. And there's a nice David Nakayama. And there's your Guillaume. I like this one. A lot of the Guillaume covers as of late I've not really enjoyed. I liked his early stuff when he was doing Gotham City Sirens, and then I kind of fell off. But this Detective Comics cover I love. Michael Yannon. I don't know. It's cool. I like it. It's dark. Again, we don't have there's certain DC titles we just don't have that many readers. Like Detective, I hear good things, but not many people are reading it in our store. Mr. Redondo. Again, I love his simplistic kind of thing, but it's also really detailed and it's good. It's good stuff. Derek Chu, fan favorite, a bunch of our customers. And Catwoman. Catwoman has got great covers. Fiumara is the A cover artist. Who knows how long they'll be on for, but Mr. Frank Cho. And we got Lee In-hyuk. I'm not a In-hyuk fan. So I guess no more. I think Sway was doing a couple, and there was someone else who was doing. Nakayama did some for a while. Anyway, Nightwing. It's so funny. Nightwing, we don't have many people ordering this or buying from the stand very often, but we have people constantly buying the old back issues. And then after about a year, people start picking up, like all the new stuff that we've had on the stands that nobody's been buying. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe we just stopped putting it on the stand, but there's so many cool covers. Like these Fornes covers have been awesome as of late, but nobody's grabbing them off our stand. So it's sad because I want to bring them in, but if we don't have the buyers, what are you going to do, right? You can't just house things nonstop. Frank Avila. I liked his art for Afterlife with Archie, but I'm just not a big Frank Avila fan. Frank Avila? Maybe that's how you pronounce it. New Gods number 5. I do want to catch up on this because I enjoyed the start of the series. I will get it all read. I will. And Mr. Del Mundo, an artist from the GTA. And Nicholas Scott. Yeah. It is what it is. Titans 22. Pete Woods. Deathstroke. He's not dead. And Tony Daniel. He's done a lot of Teen Titans work. B variant. And we got Daniel Bayless. And Zatanna number 3. The art on this series is so good, and we don't have that many people ordering it. I was actually surprised. Even the last series it started off really strong with issue 1 because the covers were amazing, but then hard drop off for the rest of the series, even though the series was really, really good. And Sweeney Boo. I do like the Sweeney Boo art. She's a very nice person as well. And Ji Hyung Lee has got a lot of fans at our store as well, so maybe people will pick up ordering on this cover to get or that issue to get some of those covers. DC X Sonic the Hedgehog number 2. There you go. Number 1, remember, is free to 12 and under kids at our store. Edge Cure has the B variant, and I like that. I like that one. And our foil. Hush continues on, and next week, Batman 158, Hush 2 Part 1 is out. I've already read it. It's classic Hush Batman Jim Lee stuff, new character that has a cameo in that Justice League Unlimited number 1. It's very small and brief, but it's there. So that's the DC books. We're gonna go to Marvel, see what's happening there. Amazing Spider-Man #2. There you go, Pepe Le Raz. I am actually really looking forward to the new launch and the connecting. There's going to be a bunch of these. They've been the last couple of weeks, all these Gio Russo connecting covers. Rivera variant. A few of these photos are going to come off small. I added them today, but both of our normal sites where we get our photos from, they didn't have a high resolution or they didn't have the cover at all. Like this Villalobos one, you can actually see it's blurry. There you go. But people like Villalobos on Black Cat. That last cover he had sold really well. So there's a second issue. Avengers 25. Rise of the all-new, all-different Masters of Evil. There you go. There they are. Masters of Evil. Is that Terror? Like that 90s character? I don't know. Dreadnought, maybe? Mastermind, I'm thinking. I don't know, and I don't know. Yep. Anyway. Avengers 25. Jed McKay. Good writer. Another Gio Russo. I think we have 2 people buying these covers. We don't bring them to the stands. We haven't been. I just don't believe that we'd be able to sell them. I'm sure if we collected a whole set and then sold the set as a bundle at the end, when they're all out, that would eventually sell, but just didn't feel like it. There's a lot of them. And there is the Vecchio variant. And Dodderman. Dodderman hasn't done interiors for a while. He's been more cover-based since his Thor run. Deadpool Wolverine #4. We got Strife coming in. And there's your Ian Churchill variant. And Eddie Brock. Carnage #3. #1 and 2 have been selling well. And what is this? Is that random from like X-Force, or is that Eddie with it can't be Eddie because this would be Eddie, right? I am confused because I don't normally Kilted Corgi, how's it going? I don't normally read Venom stuff. I just Venom is not. I like Venom as a villain, straight up, and so I just have not been following any of this stuff for the last few years. And Dan Parent, known for our Archie stuff. Again, some of these images, like I said, I couldn't get a high-res image, but Dan Parent of Archie doing a couple of Marvel covers. There's 2 on this FOC, and this Shavrin cover. So yeah, I have no idea why Eddie Brock has a gun hand, like that X-Men from the 90s called Random, I believe. X Factor, maybe. Infinity Watch #4. Who is this character? Is it a new one? Let me click on that again. I am not familiar with him. It's funny. Like, I was a reader of everything, like almost every Marvel title. I would just pick it up and read it, or at least follow along briefly, and then it just starts to fade a bit because you've read so much, and when stories repeat, or if the stories aren't as good as they used to be, or blah blah blah. I'm more into indie stuff right now. Next week, there's an amazing book that once we put our new releases out, I'm going to be trying to convince everybody to read. Magic #4. Magic #3 is selling really well. There's #4, J. Scott Campbell. I don't think I like when he has a face dead on. Something just looks a little off. Like the eyes are too far apart or something. But this one, I wish I had a better image. Rose Besh, I'm a huge fan of, and I think that is a great cover, and it will look better as a full in your hands piece. Mike Mayhew cover for Eddie Brock's Carnage is sick. Unfortunately, it's a 1 in 25. Yeah, 1 in 25s can get you. There's so many times where I'm like, I want to bring that in. I know I can sell it. I can't sell the other 25, maybe 2 or 3 of the copies, but new champions. We sold out number 3, was the first full appearance. Number 2, I think we still have a couple of copies yet in stock still, or we restocked them actually. Gotta scroll down, and Ryan Gonzalez, very colorful. And this one I just added today, Villalobos. He has a couple of Marvel ones, but it was from a site that didn't have a high res. NYX10. This seemed like a series that would have got a bunch of readers, maybe teen readers, I don't know, but I think we generally get 2 to 3 people pre-ordering it, and off the stand, we're lucky if we can sell a copy. So yeah, doesn't do as well as I thought it may have done. One World Under Dune, number 3. This is still selling quite well for us. I haven't read number 2 yet. I have read number 1. I like it. Ryan North is a really good writer. And I assume when this is done, because they're relaunching Fantastic Four to a new volume with Humberto Ramos as the artist and Ryan North staying on it, because they kind of want a new number 1 to go along with Fantastic Four movie that's going to be coming out. And there you go, Delado. And we just added this one too, the Godtail Dumasaur. So clearly I can tell that every issue is going to have a Dumasaur variant. Here's our RB Silva. It's a small one, but Dumasaur taking things down. Sabretooth, Dead Men Don't Talk, number 5 of 5, last one. And it's crossed over with the DC Killer Croc, it seems. And this is the wrong cover, because that's Avengers number 25. So we'll have to fix that. Ultimate Black Panther number 15. It's our weakest selling Ultimate series, but the readers are still reading it. Off the stands, we're not selling any copies, so we might have to dump Ultimate Black Panther. Rod Reese. Rod Reese is a great artist. I always look forward to his covers. X-Force 10. He has a lot of interiors on New Mutants run from, I think, 2021 or 2022. And some really cool covers as well. I believe X-Force is getting canceled. Scroll back down here, and the Capcom, so similar to our fellow comic industry retailers. Capcom, again, wrong cover, but what are you gonna do? Facsimile 134 and X-Men 15. McKay and Stegman is back on interiors. He took a break for an issue or 2. And there's Capcom, Juggernaut, and Perel, Cyclops cover. Another Giarrusso, and your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. The A cover is not available, but here is a Dan Parent variant. I don't know. I think most people still want him to just draw Betty and Veronica. And there's your animation variant. There's a small one. And Fantastic Four Fanfare number 1. I like the negative space on here. Did that cover? It doesn't say. Anyway, it's a good cover. There was supposed to be a Villalobos variant, but it got replaced by this Bagley one. Nick Bradshaw. We have a connecting Baldari, so you're going to get likely a Fantastic Four member on each cover. There's your Bagley one. I wonder what they're doing with the Villalobos. And Pacelli foil, a little more expensive, but it is what it is. All right, Star Wars 1, I think this is going to be kind of cool. It's more because I came into Star Wars when Return of the Jedi was coming out. So, like, I love Jabba the Hutt. I love the Rancor. I love the Ewoks. People say the Ewoks ruined it. No, they made it better. So this series takes place after Return of the Jedi. And I think that is cool. Phil Noto doing the A cover. We don't know what this Annie Wu sneak preview is. And there were two different Chris Sprouse covers for this. There was this one, and then another site had a different one with Kylo Ren, so I'm not actually sure which one it's going to be. I'm going to trust this one because it came from Penguin Random House. The other one came from Previews, so I don't know if they have it mixed up or not, but I'm going to bet on that one. And David Nakayama and Adele Otto. How about that? It's a good cover. Get Mark Hamill to sign that. He does the rare show, but it costs like, what is it, like $400 Canadian for a signature? And these were the toys that were coming out, and they were huge. They were everywhere. I was buying them. They're not worth anything now, but a little nostalgia hit for me. Ken Lashley, Toronto-based artist, doing a foil variant. And the logo one. I actually like this one because all the space stars, and then you have it on front and back. Kind of like this one, but again, I'm not huge into the logos. And we did do a bundle because there are quite a few covers. We've cut back on the bundles. Deadpool #1 3D. They did. This company has done 3 so far. Incredible Hulk 340 just came out this week. Jim Lee's X-Men #1 came out a couple weeks before, and then I think New Mutants came out like a month or two before that. Anyway, it's expensive, but it's 3D, and it's another version of Deadpool. So that is your Marvel. We're going to finish it off with all those indie comics. The stuff that's actually a better reads, in my opinion. What I was mentioning at the beginning of the video is that we are doing hardcovers, big hardcovers, omnibuses with bigger discounts. Elvira and Horrorland signed edition, signed by Elvira. It's not cheap, but there you go. If you want an Elvira signature, and the Youngblood Vault edition hardcover, so you can save 30% on this big bad boy. I know somebody ordered it, so you know, $215 down to $150. It's not too bad. Not too bad at all. And Tomb Raider Colossal hardcover from $130.99 to $91.69. Volume 1. And Transformers are doing these deluxe hardcovers. We're giving you 10% off those. They're smaller hardcovers, but why not have a little bit of a discount? This is the direct market edition, so only at comic stores. You won't find this at Indigo or Walmart or wherever else you may get some hardcovers. We added a bunch of second prints. The Hive. I love Hive covers. I like the minimalistic thing. I like these little bees. I like when the bees were the bullets coming out of a gun. Anyway, third printing for this. It must be actually quite good. Where was the other one? Oh, Rogue Sun 25 is going to a second print. It's a new storyline. I will come back to that Detective Kaiju. Hyde Street #3, second print. We don't have any A covers or B's or C's first prints in stock. And #4, I don't know if we have any in stock either. And there's a Detective Kaiju #1. So he's a big kaiju monster, but he's also a detective. Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger. It's a good cover. Good cover. I thought he was on like an iPhone. I'm like, there wasn't iPhones in this time. Just looking through a little mirror. And King Spawn. People aren't really picking up King Spawn anymore. But I am a fan of Revolver, and I really like this cover. I don't know what else he does because I've only ever seen him on Spawn covers. Savage Dragon 277. Low print, man. Low print. King Spawn. Oh, so it should have been up there. So the C cover, Bjorn Barons. We got our clown painting eggs with blood. Oh, they're all bloody fingers. That is gross. G.I. Joe. There's a bunch of one-shots, and they're all silent. So we've got Spirit. There's a B cover by Jorge Fornes. And Moonshine Bigfoot, #1. I don't know. It's probably just a fun little romp. Youngblood Deluxe. So we got a reprint, and jam-packed with 40 pages of story and art. Deluxe edition, just in time for its 33rd anniversary. Definitive version of Youngblood, #1. So there you go. You're going to get some extra hoo-has in there, I imagine. There's 40 pages, because the original wasn't 40 pages. But you also have a gold foil variant. So there you go. Assorted Crisis Events, #2. #1 is now sold out. Oh, we lost a lot of people. People are like, Marvel and DC are done. I don't need to stay here for the indie stuff. So this is like Crisis on Infinite Earths, but it's not superheroes, it's just regular folk. So the #1 sold out and is now in second print. And that's the second issue. There is a B variant. G.I. Joe #6. Here we go. Sword fight, eh? And we have Derek Chew variant. But I love this one. That's the best cover. By a mile. And Hive #3. See, these covers are awesome. I love subtlety. Give me a mostly blank cover with something cool in the corner. Redcoat #11. We're starting a new storyline, so wrap around for the A. And there's quite a few, actually. No, it's just 3. I thought there was more covers for this one. We got our Brad Henderson and our Inyat. An homage to Conan the Barbarian. He's got not his crown of thorns, but crown of guns. And Rockefellers #5. Oh, poor pup. Must be a dangerous little dog. And Ryan Sook does his homage to the Beatles. See these little boots walking there? And Peralta. Rogue Sun 26, part 2 of the new storyline. #1 sold out, second print. And Snot Girl from Brian Lee O'Malley. I keep forgetting the name of the thing he's known for. Scott Pilgrim. There we go. And we got a B variant cover by Brian Lee O'Malley. Walking Dead Deluxe, David Finch cover. We're actually putting a bunch of these out. Raph did put a few on the website, but I think we still have about 2/3 of the long box to work through. Witchblade #10. And Tu Lote. It's a nice cover. I tried to reorder the last one, but it was sold out. We didn't get any copies. Buried Long Ago, #1. Cool little horror. And this is actually based on true events. I'm just going to read it. From 1901 to 1908, Belle Guinness lured dozens of lonely men to her Indiana farm and savagely murdered them for their money. Because Belle managed to avoid capture and face trial, much of the story remains untold. So this is a fairy tale retelling of her brutal crimes through the perspective of her 3 young children. So that's kind of cool. Like, nobody knows exactly what happened because she never got caught. So why not just make it up? That should be fun. We got some Dick Tracy here. B cover. Flash Gordon, Slasher's Apprentice. horror-obsessed podcaster with a slasher villain fixation is seeking a new career path, helping her favorite legendary slasher. There you go. Epitaphs from the Abyss, Libra Mayo. That's still Libra Mayo, right? Yeah, it is. Mine is A Long and Lonesome Grave. Nobody's picking this up from our store. I think we had one or two try number one, but nobody followed up with number two. Last issue of Hack and Slash Body Bags. 2 covers there. Stay Out of the Woods. It's a one-shot. Butch Guice. Garth Ennis has been doing some of these. He's been doing these one-offs. But yeah, horror one-offs from Image. Scroll back down here. Shadow Man, number 2. These covers are pretty cool from this new Alien Books now owns Valiant, so they're making a go. Every few years. I don't know if it's like every 10 years. No, not 10 years. Probably every 5 years, another company takes over Valiant and is like, we can do this. But these covers are pretty cool. And I did like the runs that I can't remember when they came out, but Jeff Lemire was writing like Bloodshot or Rye, and the Exo Manowar from that run was really cool. It had Esad Ribbit covers. Yeah. Anyway, there's potential with these characters. There's a lot of nostalgia for 90s collectors, but a lot of those 90s collectors remember how, they kind of got, I don't know, they got screwed, but everything lost their value. It just got oversaturated. And I don't know. This has been up for the last couple weeks. There's going to be a few up here. It's a nice cover, though, from Lyrics. So Penthouse 1 should have been out like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's not out yet. It's supposed to be, but it just has not arrived at stores. People keep asking about it. It will come. Diamond's just, lagging. But here's number 2. Still only available through Diamond right now. But if you're into mermaids, that is a mermaid cover. We actually reordered a bunch of backstock covers. There's not all of them because a lot of them are sold out, but we found that we have been sold out. A lot of people are picking these up after the fact. So we reordered some. So with luck, they'll be here next week. Maybe number 1 for volume 2 will be in. That would be great because people keep asking about it. I have nothing really to tell them other than we got to wait till they show up. But they have been selling well, and that's a great cover. That's really cool. You do have your photo of Filippo Curzi. Well, she looks young. And we are doing a bundle, 15% if you want all. How many covers is that? 1, 2, 4, 6 covers. DuckTales number 6. We didn't have any covers images last time. I don't like that one. There's always like a Scrooge swimming. Scrooge or Donald swimming. There's Alan Qua, and Rhonda. Herculoids, number 3. Not a lot of desire. Nobody's really talking about this or asking us about this series, but Dan Panosian cover. We do have Dan Panosian friends or fans. Red Sonja, Mars Attacks, issue 2. Linsner A cover. Jay Lee, like the stare down as he's skewered on the spear. And we got a Greg Land. So Greg Land's going to be doing a bunch of Dynamite stuff. And there is Silverhawks, number 3, Mark Spears cover. Jay Lee and Mr. Stoko. Stuff from Ivan Tao image not available yet. We've got our Lyrics. And there's the foil. Space Ghost. Got our Matina. Our Jay Lee. Mr. Barons. And Marquez. This has been up for here on FOC the last few weeks. Some Mark Spears. Terminator's a new one though. Galmon. I actually am surprised. I thought more people were going to be into Terminator. We still have like a handful of people picking this up and pre-ordering, but I thought it would have brought some extra people in and being like, I love the Terminator. You know? You know? Thundercats Lost #2. Ed Brisson, Ontario writer, or maybe he's from the prairies. I can't remember. Canadian nonetheless. Hetrick and Bagley. I have not liked Bagley's covers on any of the Dynamite stuff. Sad to say, but I have not. Jay Lee's covers, though, quite nice. Conan the Barbarian, #20. Still a pretty good seller. We have our subscribers, people pre-order. Ben Templesmith. And we get a little homage with Doug Brathwaite. Not an homage, but classic vintage cover looking thing. Lady Baltimore, Daughters of Medusa. And Godzilla versus Los Angeles. The Chicago one, we didn't really bring many in. It's an expensive book. There was a couple of pre-orders. I think we had put one on the stand maybe. But it sold out, went to second print. And so if you don't want to miss out, perhaps you jump into that. I'm hoping they do a Godzilla New Orleans. I really would love that. But we'll see. My Little Ponies gets another, I don't know if it's a one-shot. Yeah, it's a one-shot. It's a one-shot. And there's the B. And distillery stuff, you never know if this is actually going to be on this week or if it's going to get shifted, because a lot of these distillery things, they've been on here a while. Life, One Day for Sorrow. I'm assuming they're going to end up switching over to Lunar. That's my guess. Bloodshot #1. This has been on here for a bit, but cool covers. Again, I wish Alien Books luck. We'll put a couple copies on the stand because there's always fans, and I know a couple have pre-ordered already. But if you haven't seen the movie with Vin Diesel, it's better than you're going to expect as a virgin cover. I bet it would have done well if it didn't jump into COVID. Like, nobody can go to the theater and watch it, so of course it lost money. Exo Manowar was always my favorite of the Valiant bunch. But none of these covers jump out towards me as, hey, get me and read me. And all new Harbinger. Harbinger #1 is still a really tough book to find. I think we've only ever had it in the store once. And, over 10 years, I've been buying comics and selling them, storefront and all. One time we've had Harbinger 1. I'm a big fan of Valiant Keys. Zootopia #3, missing a bunch of covers, but they've been up for a while. And see, more Distillery that's been up for forever. And what do we got? These things I accidentally put up way too early, but eventually you'll be on the actual FOC. So that's it. We just spent an hour going through all our pre-sale comics. Is that it? Are we done? I think so, eh? Tomorrow is our last day that we're giving away Sonic the Hedgehog DC #1s in the store. The FOC stuff is on the site right now, due Monday, 8 p.m. And yeah, that's all I got, guys. That's all I got. I'm probably going to do some computer work tonight, and that is my evening. So enjoy the night. Enjoy the weekend whenever you watch this video, if you watch it at all. I'll see you soon, and hopefully I am going to do this every week again. All right, guys. Thank you.